Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Headlines, your go-to channel for English news and magazine reading. We're living in a fast-changing world. It's common that we see multiple researches on the same subject that draw different conclusions. Sometimes they're even contradictory. Simple examples are whether artificial sweeteners are healthy, whether it is preferable to eat once or twice or 3 times a day. What we're going to read today is the opinion article from the New York Times. The columnist believes that the quest for scientific certainty is futile. 作者认为对于科学确定性的追求是 futile, 徒劳的。Since it's the opinion article, it reflects the personal view on the topic, which you might not agree. But I hope it offers you another perspective. 我们经常会看到 A 研究说这个东西有用， B 研究说没有事实证明。那面对这样的一种常态呢，我们应该相信什么呢？今天的文章呢会提供给你一个角度，虽然它的标题比较绝对啊。Futile is pointless and vain, 徒劳无功的。Environmental activism, beneficial or futile? 那么环保的激进主义到底是有益的呢，还是徒劳的呢？So at the very beginning of this article, the columnist shared his experience about whether floss is beneficial based on the inconsistency between what the dentist claimed and the research suggested. 开篇作者用了一个自己的故事作为引子，就是牙线到底有没有用。I thought I was born into the age of science and reason, but what my trip down the flossing rabbit hole taught me is that this is nowhere nearly as true as I hope it to be. Perhaps we've exited the dark ages, but our own age still seems rather dim. Well, down the rabbit hole is the idiom from Alice in Wonderland. The rabbit hole is a portal to a new world. For example, new AI tool wants to take you down the rabbit hole. Nowhere near as adjective as. 学过了，远不如什么什么。那这里呢，作者用的是 nowhere nearly， 我个人认为是存在问题的。当然你也可以说 it's not nearly as true as. Dim is not bright. A dim room. 昏暗的房间 a dim shape. 不清晰的形状 a dim memory. 模糊的记忆。How do we make sense of a world where the scientific sands are always shifting and where so much remains unknown? It's taken me a long time, but I've made my peace with it. Even in basic science, mysteries abound. Physicists still aren't certain whether cold water freezes faster than hot water. Nobody even knows where bugs come from. How do we make sense of the world is how do we understand the world. Make peace with something is to reconcile, 和解，全然的接受。那意难平呢，你就可以说 be obsessed with something, alright? Abound looks like an adjective, but mysteries abound proves that it is the central pillar of the sentence. Yes, an intransitive verb. No object is required. Something abounds means something occurs with abundance. 大量的出现. So it is a perfect substitute for there are many blah blah blah. Right? So secrets and murder abound in season 2 of the TV series. When I was younger, I met every scientific revelation and reversal with righteous credulity. What sustains me now is neither uncertainty nor hopelessness, but a determined, humble optimism. The right answers are often simply unknown, and we might die without getting to know the truth. And yet the truth will be known one day. Our ignorance is profound, forgivable, and temporary. There are only 2 true errors. One is believing that we have no errors left to make, and the other is believing that those errors are permanent and irreversible. Revelation 在圣经里指的是启示录，很多的电影、唱片或者是游戏都喜欢用这个单词做名字。As to worldly life, it is to make something known to people or to yourself. A revelation about trees is messing with climate calculations. 关于树木的新发现正在扰乱气候的评估。Or a shocking revelation. 那么拜仁的惊天爆料 Hurricane 的转会费被披露了。Credulity is the tendency to believe something easily, 也就是轻信的意思。它有个搭配是 strain or stretch credulity, meaning hard to believe. 比如说 this action adventure strains our credulity. Or her description to the event stretches credulity. 是超出理解、脱离现实的。作者小的时候呢，对于每一个科学发现的理所当然的去相信。现在是保持了既非确定又不是毫无希望的坚决的谦逊的乐观。 It's hard to maintain this attitude. We realize just how much we have left to figure it out, and we often have to cultivate this attitude for ourselves, because our educators and experts often fail to give it to us. Nobody mentioned all the mysteries left unsolved or suggested that it might be great fun to solve them. Our teachers and officials may think that the public simply cannot handle uncertainty. And maybe that's why they project so much confidence, even when the science is faulty. But the best way to cultivate informed citizens is to give them the evidence that we have, not the evidence we wish we had. 那么老师呢，专家认为大众没有拥抱不确定性的能力，所以呢，经常喜欢信誓旦旦的去说某种结论，即使证据存在缺陷。那么最好的方式呢，是提供给大众现有的信息证据，让人们自己做判断，而不是提供专家希望给到大众的信息。Alright, so do you think that the scientists or teachers should just leave you the basic proof fact, and it is you who should take on the responsibility to decide whether you adopt this suggestion? This is Headlines. I'll see you next time.